Welcome to This Explainer. I am so glad you're here today. If you've been feeling unusually sluggish lately, maybe a bit bloated, or just weighed down and frustrated without really knowing why, well, you're in the exact right place. Today, we're going to take a gentle, compassionate look at the unseen biological networks that dictate our energy, our appearance, and our overall vitality. By understanding these connections, we can actually supercharge our immune systems and reclaim our health.
Let's be totally honest for a second. Are you just absolutely exhausted by the endless cycle of trying and then failing incredibly strict health diets? You know exactly what I mean. You start out so motivated, and a week later, you're right back where you started, feeling, well, guilty and completely drained. But what if I told you the problem isn't your willpower? Honestly, it's not. The problem is that we're constantly fighting our bodies instead of gently supporting the unseen systems that actually run the show. It is time we stop punishing ourselves, right? Let's just start understanding our beautiful biology instead.
Okay, let's take a really quick look at our roadmap for today. First, we'll explore the gut health universe. Second, your body's hidden drainage. Third, activating the lymphatic system. Fourth, the MOTS-c peptide. Fifth, clearing nighttime brain fog. And finally, building habits that stick.
Let's dive into Section 1, the gut health universe. Think of your overall health like a giant universe. Well, your gut is where the Big Bang happens. It's the absolute center of gravity for your digestion, your daily mood, your immune response, and even how clear your skin looks. To wake up what Dr. Paul calls your second brain, there are 6 deceptively simple steps. Just chew your food slowly, add 1 vegetable per meal, cut out the ultra-processed junk, get 7 hours of sleep, stop eating by 9 p.m., and take a basic 30-minute walk. Now, these are the gold standard, sure, but here's the catch. Most people completely fail at this list. Why? Because they try to be perfectly strict and do all 6 every single day without fail. We're going to see later in this explainer why there's a much smarter, gentler way to approach this.
Moving right along to Section 2, your body's hidden drainage.
So as your gut breaks down those nutrients, your cells go to work like a busy little factory. And just like any factory, when cells do their job, they produce a ton of waste. Enter the lymphatic system. It usually gets completely ignored, but it is this cryptic, absolutely essential network of one-way vessels. Picture a massive network of spaghetti sitting just beneath your skin and deep inside your muscles. Right now, literally as you sit and listen to me, this system is working tirelessly to clear out 3 to 4 liters of excess fluid, cellular debris, and contaminants. That's like carrying around 2 large soda bottles of waste. It pushes it all back toward your bloodstream so your body can safely expel it.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the sheer contrast between your blood and your lymph. Your cardiovascular system has this massive, powerful pump, your heart, obviously, to force blood everywhere it needs to go, but your lymphatic system, no pump at all, 0. Because these vessels are one way, pushing fluid up against gravity from your feet all the way up to your chest, they rely entirely on the physical movement of your muscles. Without movement, this slightly thick fluid just gets stagnant. It pools up. And that, my friends, is what leads to that sluggishness, the swelling, and the systemic inflammation we talked about earlier.
Which brings us to Section 3, activating the lymphatic system.
Since this system doesn't have a pump, it means we have to literally be the pump. According to Dr. Andrew Huberman, low-level muscular contractions are your absolute best friend here. A simple goal of 7,000 steps a day does wonders. But you can also try rebounding on a mini trampoline or literally just shaking your body. I know, it might look completely goofy, but remember those one-way valves. Every time you bounce, you force that fluid up, up, up against gravity. Treading water is also great. It gives a gentle shearing pressure against the skin to squeeze the superficial capillaries. And light lymphatic massage, remember, it has to be super light so you don't crush those tiny vessels, can also manually push this fluid towards your chest.
Actually, deep diaphragmatic breathing, where your belly really pushes out on the inhale, is one of the easiest hacks of all. Deep down in your abdomen, you have this massive reservoir of lymphatic fluid called the cisterna chyli. By taking just a few deep belly breaths throughout the day, you create a pressure differential that acts like a vacuum, sucking this fluid up and dumping it right back into your bloodstream. If you work a desk job or you're stuck on a long flight, this is an absolute game changer for draining that central abdominal sink.
All right, Section 4, MOTS-c, the exercise peptide.
Let's zoom way in from that systemic drainage down to the microscopic level of your cellular mitochondria. When you move and do the physical things we just talked about, it triggers this incredible biological reaction. Enter MOTS-c. This is the powerful peptide encoded directly by your mitochondrial DNA. When you stress your mitochondria in a good way, your body produces it.
It basically acts as an exercise mimetic, which is really just a fancy way of saying it tricks your body's energy sensors into thinking it's actively working out. This dramatically improves your cell's ability to use fuel, manage glucose, and burn fat. How cool is that? So, the crucial number here is 12. In human studies, researchers took sedentary folks, had them do just some light exercise, and then took muscle biopsies. They found a massive 12-fold increase in MOTS levels just from that light exertion. 12 times. Your body naturally produces this powerful metabolic regulator simply by you getting up and moving around.
And the data on what this peptide does in animal models is just staggering. When mice were tested on a treadmill, only 16.6% of the control group could reach a maximum effort full sprint. But the group given MOTSC, 100% of them reached maximum sprint capacity. It vastly delayed their physical exhaustion. Plus, even when they were fed a terrible obesity-inducing diet, MOTSC completely blocked muscle atrophy. It also reduced myostatin, which is the compound that limits muscle growth, by a whopping 40%. By optimizing how your mitochondria handle fuel, you are literally preserving muscle and increasing physical stamina all at once.
Moving on to Section 5, clearing nighttime brain fog.
So we flushed the body and optimized ourselves. But what about the most metabolically active organ of all, the brain? For a long time, scientists didn't even think the brain had a lymphatic system, but it does. It's called the glymphatic system, and it's responsible for clearing out the massive amount of cellular garbage and inflammatory molecules generated by all your intense daytime thinking. If you've ever looked in the mirror after one bad night of sleep and noticed sagging eyes, maybe you looked a bit older or you just felt intense, sluggish brain fog, well, this is exactly why. Without sleep, your brain is literally sitting in its own uncleared waste.
The mechanics of how this works are just mind-blowing. At night, specialized glial cells in your brain actually shrink down. This causes the space around your blood vessels to expand by 60%. It essentially opens up the floodgates. This allows your cerebral spinal fluid to just rush in and wash all that metabolic garbage out of your brain and down into your body's general drainage system.
So, how do we optimize this nightly brainwash? Huberman points out several zero-cost adjustments you can make literally tonight. First off, try sleeping on your side. Studies show this is physically the most efficient posture for glymphatic drainage. Keep your head slightly elevated to ensure gravity is pulling the fluid down and out of your head. You can also elevate your feet 5 to 10 degrees to help that lower body lymph drain to your center. And finally, you definitely want to limit late-day alcohol, which completely disrupts the deep sleep states you need for that 60% vascular expansion. And finally, Section 6, building habits that stick.
Okay. We've covered a lot of fascinating biology today. But knowing all this, it's completely useless unless we successfully program our brain software to actually maintain these systems. The old way of getting healthy is a vicious cycle of relying on sheer willpower, feeling immense guilt when you slip up and eat those chips, and then punishing yourself. It just doesn't work. Our brains hate strict rules. The Rewire way, as Dr. Powell explains, is beautifully different. If you slip up and eat a bag of chips, instead of wallowing in guilt, you immediately follow it with a small, healthy action, like taking a quick walk or having a spoonful of yogurt. This confuses the brain. It breaks the old habit loop and rewires your neural pathways to link the bad habit trigger to a positive physical response. It's so forgiving.
This leads perfectly into what Dr. Powell calls the 21-day permission to fail ritual. Remember those 6 gut habits from the beginning of our explainer? His golden rule is that you should only aim to complete 4 or 5 of them on any given day. You are literally giving yourself permission to miss 1 or 2. This complete removal of pressure tells your brain that it is safe to adapt. Flexibility prevents your brain from resisting the change, allowing your new routine to just take root naturally, without all the stress.
I absolutely love this quote from Dr. Powell. He says, "Habit is like your friends. Stick with the ones who stick around. Don't treat it like a date, then habit will left swipe you." That's so true, right? The goal here isn't to force perfection. The goal is building the habit of having habits. You just observe what seamlessly fits into your life over 21 days without forcing it, and you keep what naturally sticks.
So, we've traversed the gut universe, the fluid superhighways of the lymph, the cellular magic of MOTC, and the behavioral software of your brain. If movement flushes your body, if sleep literally washes your brain, and if forgiveness and flexibility rewire your habits, which unseen system are you going to choose to gently reset today? You have the science and you have the tools. It is time to start working with your beautiful biology, not against it. Thanks for learning with me today, and I'll catch you on the next Explainer.